When the Attorney General steps in and refers to you by name, Boosie Badass, you got problems that's not just music industry problems. You got state-level smoke. Boosie in real trouble, man. Like, for real. What's going on is that bad press. It ain't about him just saying whatever he want to say. It's about to get real legal. The Attorney General ain't playing around, and when the Attorney General, just know they coming for you. Before we get into all of that, let's get into why everybody's so mad. And let's talk about Caleb Wilson.
The university released a statement saying, quote, Southern University is aware of an off-campus incident that may have resulted in the death of a student, Caleb Wilson. The campus community extends condolences to his family, classmates, and loved ones. Southern is cooperating fully with the Baton Rouge Police Department.
So this happened in Louisiana. You know, Boosie from out there, and him being from out there, it must have connected with him. And basically, it was a group of guys trying to pledge him into a fraternity. They doing their little ritual, whatever they do, punching each other in the chest, which part of the ritual. And he passed out. Once he passed out, they all panic. Oh, he ain't getting up. Now, instead of them calling the proper authorities, they ain't do that. They start doing other stuff. They start acting like, oh, nah, I don't watch Law and Order. You feel me? I don't watch CSI. All we got to do is change his outfit up and act like he just naturally did that. You feel me? And they thought that was going to work. But this is exactly what happened.
McCrae has been arrested now in connection to the alleged hazing death of 20-year-old Southern student Caleb Wilson. According to investigators, McCrae is a former Southern student himself, member of the Omega Phi Psi fraternity. He's facing charges of criminal hazing and manslaughter. Baton Rouge police say there will be a news conference about the investigation. 10 or more arrests could follow.
Now, before I just jumped out there with an opinion and just, one-sided, I wanted to think like, okay, so people go to college and they want to get a part of something. Now, first thing, if you feel like you want to get a part of something, it starts from home. If you had a secure foundation at home, being a part of something wouldn't really matter that much. Like, I'm a parent. Hashtag parent gang in the comments if you're a parent. I teach my son to be a leader, and I feel like we should all teach our kids to be leaders. And if we don't, then don't be mad when other people lead them in any way that they lead them, whether it's good or bad. We're going to lead with love. We're going to lead from the heart. We're going to lead with the tribe. Everybody else is not going to lead with that. Now, these guys that, were involved and that set it up, they ended up getting into some deeper trouble too. And now one life done turned into 3 lives affected.
To arrest warrants, McCrae, Smith, and Thurman led the hazing ritual that night at this warehouse leased by Smith's father. Each had a specific number of pledges lined up to punch in the chest 4 times. Witnesses say McCrae was the one who punched Caleb Wilson, causing him to collapse and become unresponsive. The decision to change him out of his clothes and bring him to the hospital 10 to 15 minutes after he collapsed. At no point did anyone call 911.
Now, Boosie, being a person from Louisiana, and knowing that he got a strong influence online, he tries to do something nice. He tried to do something good. He tries to say, you know what? I'm going to dedicate the proceeds from this event to a fund dedicated to the family. Like, he going to get the money up to the family. He not worried about it. And this was his mindset going into it.
I'm grateful for his dad and all the people who made this work. But, yeah, we're going to do something special for him because, it's a life lost too short.
Now, I commend Boosie for having good intentions, but the parents didn't think that his intentions was good, and they really felt like he was trying to clout chase for extra tickets for the Boosie Bash.
We start the news tonight with a bombshell allegation dealing with the Boosie Bash and the family of a Southern University fraternity pledge killed in a hazing incident. We first broke the news this afternoon. Attorney General Liz Murrow may seek legal action against one of the most prominent rappers to come from Baton Rouge. Little Boosie headlined Boosie Bash tonight and said some of the proceeds from the concert would go to a scholarship honoring Caleb Wilson. But his family disputes that. The AG says Boosie was using Wilson's name to promote his annual music festival. News 2's Gabby Davis has more on the actions Murrow is calling disgusting. Gabby.
Now, I'm not going to lie. When you first hear about the situation, the first thing you're going to assume is Boosie's trying to clout chase. And so you actually do your research. When you do your research, you realize this is the 6th event that he did. This is not the first that he did, and he's been promoting the event since November. So if, like, the fact that he's promoting the event since November just means that it was already going in a direction, and then that means he changed the direction of his event to try to bring some light. Now, I'm going to be honest. It's sensitive. You know, when death is sensitive, that's the parents. If you didn't have a real clear, like a real convo with them that, you know, confirmed that that's what they wanted, I wouldn't do it. Or I would do it and then just give the proceeds. So it's kind of like they can't legally stop him from doing it. Just like the other way around, like, you know, if he was giving them money, let's say that he accumulated $250,000 at the event and he goes to give it up, there's nothing that nobody can do to, like, if they say they don't want the money, they just don't want the money. So I just think consulting with the parents would have been the best thing. But as usual in society in 2025, trying to be nice does not always go the way that it's supposed to go, and it goes right into the media.
Well, Attorney General Liz Murrill says Wilson's parents told her they didn't even know the event was happening. In a statement, she goes on to say, Caleb Wilson's parents have advised me that they have not given consent and know nothing about their son's name and image being used to promote this event. They have requested that his name, image, and any reference to a scholarship for him be removed from all promotional materials. I intend to take legal action due to their misappropriation of his name and image to promote their for-profit event.
Murrill says her work starts Monday. She says Boosie and his team owe the family an apology.
And I think the promoters just saw an opportunity to promote the event on the backs of people who just suffered an unimaginable loss. Their understanding was that Boosie wanted to contribute and start a scholarship fund at the school and put some money towards starting a scholarship. That was the extent of the conversation that they had with him more than a week ago, and no one ever asked them or even mentioned this event, and no one ever asked them if they could use his name and image to promote the event.
The only confusion right now is whether Boosie's telling the truth or not. Boosie claims that he reached out to the parents before he did anything. He said he was in contact with at least the uncle or the father, and that they have established a line of communication before he started doing this stuff. Now, if that is the case, then why would they go from that convo and then go to the Attorney General and have the Attorney General down Boosie's ass? And that's really the question right now. Or is it the Attorney General sticking out and trying to jump in thinking that Boosie didn't have good intentions? Because only Boosie didn't really know what his intentions was. I mean, we can assume what his intentions was, but he really genuinely knows if he was trying to be a good dude or a bad dude. I think Boosie has a lot of other things he could be doing, and I don't think that he would just, you know, diminish his whole career by trying to clout chase off of Caleb Wilson. That's just my opinion. But that's not my son that passed away, and I'm not the parents who want to protect the likeliness of their son's name. So I think that when you're using names, it's dangerous. So it says it's sad for this lawyer and family to say I promoted my event off of someone's passing. My event was promoted on Eventbrite since November 14th. See, that's why y'all got to pay attention and do your research. This incident happened a week before my event was to take place. How can I capitalize off of someone's death before a concert? That ain't me. Death of a student won't help a concert. It will hurt a concert. I was asked to help the situation, and that's what I was doing once I made it home. But for y'all that say that y'all are taking legal action against someone who is trying to help, y'all is a slap in my face, and it's completely wrong. When keeping it real goes wrong, be real, I'm done. Another money grab. This is the ultimate betrayal. You know, so Boosie wasn't feeling good about that situation at all. Want to holler? There's his number. Trying to get us on the line. I've been trying to call, get y'all $20K since it was brought to my attention. The university, no one wants to put us contact. This is a shame how they doing me. Attorney General Liz Murrill, you can call me too. The revenue I bring to the capital city is unmatched. The fun and excitement is unmatched. No violence in 6 years. in a row at my events, not even a fight in a city that murders every weekend. Instead of trying to bring me down and from me, maybe y'all should allow me to be put in positions to make a change in the city. I've heard that this attorney general has a grudge against rappers, and if that's the case, y'all need to sit down with me and talk. I'm not just a rapper, I'm a rapper. I'm a daddy, a filmmaker, entrepreneur, a philanthropist. This is the reason that I left this damn state. Y'all won't let me be great. It's all good. I will be forever, Mr. Louisiana. The worst thing about my community, is, we come together for the wrong reasons. We don't come together when, innocent people are getting killed in the community and, it's gang violence and, it's your kids doing all the terrible stuff. We come together when people try to do the right thing and we try to burn it all the way to the ground. What if we all allow people to just be human? And I think being human is normalizing being normal. Stop going into every situation acting like there's an ulterior motive. And I think that's what it is. If everybody always thinks that there's an ulterior motive, nobody can ever genuinely be real with each other. And let's say Boosie had the best intentions in the world, right? And I think he did. I don't know, so I'm going to say I think he did. This would taint him for the rest of his life. This would make him not want to do that for the rest of his life. And that's the problem. I think that if we're going to sit here and really capitalize off of what's really going to work, that's the problem. We want people to do the right thing. We want you to have a great intention. We don't want you to use a situation, especially in death, as a term of clout. We would like you to use it as a term of endearment and a term of motivation to the parents that lost their kid or lost somebody. So, yeah, we got a nice situation here. I would love to hear y'all view. I think I've shared my view throughout this video. I'll let y'all know. I'm a parent as well, so I kind of let y'all know how I feel from a parent perspective. But let's get into the deep part of what's going on. And y'all let me know what y'all feel about this in the comments, all right? Make sure y'all subscribe, hit the top bell. I got 3 other channels above my head that might be more to your liking. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here.